This man had committed the perfect crime and gotten away with it. Every single detail of his plan prevailed, and the conclusion shocked everyone. And it all started exactly 7 days ago. Two detectives are called on a scene, Detective Mills and Detective Somerset. A dead body had been reported by a local officer. Nothing from the scene was touched. The officer tells them that the man had been sitting in his own filth for days. They find him with his head in a spaghetti bowl, dead. It appears that he'd been tied to his chair with parts of his body mutilated. A bucket of vomit is found under the table. The cause of death is unknown. The autopsy suggests that he's been dead for a long time, and it was not poisoning. A gun mark is found on his forehead. This man has been forced to eat until he bursted. Somerset suggests that this wasn't a one-time killing.
When you want somebody dead, you drive by and shoot them. You don't risk the time it takes to do this, unless the act itself has meaning.
But no one believes him. The next morning, Mills is called to another scene. A defense attorney had been found dead in his office, with the word greed written in his blood on the floor. A very bizarre scene. The picture of the lawyer's wife has marks drawn around her eyes. Only God knows what the killer's planning to do next. Somerset's theory of it being a serial crime with meaning is starting to make sense, so Somerset goes back to the scene of the first killing to look for answers, anything the killer had left behind to indicate that they are connected, since killings with no motive like this usually have a meaning behind them. And to no one's surprise, behind the fridge lied a note and the word gluttony written in grease. Somerset's theory is confirmed.
There are 7 deadly sins, Captain. Gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, pride, lust, and envy. 7.
With no fingerprints or anything to track down the killer, all they can do now is wait. They decide to go to the library to get information about the 7 deadly sins. Mills reveals how the lawyer was killed.
1 pound of flesh, no more, no less. No cartilage, no bone, but only flesh. Merchant of Venice. Didn't see it. His task done, and he would go free. Imagine it. There's a gun in your face. Which part of your body is expendable?
About the love handle. Cut along the side of his own stomach.
They go to question the wife of the lawyer in hopes to find anything, any detail they missed. She tells them that the painting in his office is upside down. They storm to the scene and find fingerprints behind the painting. These fingerprints don't match with the victim, so they take them back for analysis. And after a night of trying to find a match, they are woken up with good news. A match was found. A drug dealer with past records of sexual assault, pedophilia, and armed robbery. Somerset and Mills say that there is no way that that guy is the killer, but this is the only guy they have traces on. A SWAT team storms to his house and instantly breach the door. As the SWAT team progresses through his apartment, they find him laying in his bed under the blanket. Revealing what's under the blanket reveals a very disturbing scene. Blood, hair, and piss samples, with pictures of him taken every week for a year, are found besides the bed, the latest picture taken being only 3 days ago.
dated exactly 1 year ago today.
And amazingly, he is alive. They call an ambulance and go outside for the forensics team to do their job. A journalist comes out of nowhere and starts taking pictures.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I got a right to be here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Hey! Get out of here. I got a fucking right to be here. you
Get out of
fucking
here.
jerk. Jeez, fuck you. I got your picture, man.
Oh, yeah?
I got your picture.
Oh, yeah? Detective Mills. M-I-L-L-S. Fuck off.
I'm surprised you can spell.
The doctor tells the detectives that the victim was kept alive through precise medical procedures. He can't communicate or move, but he also can't die. His hand was severed and used to plant prints on the lawyer's killing scene.
Detective, he'd die of shock right now if you were to shine a flashlight in his eyes. He's experienced about as much pain and suffering as anyone I've encountered, give or take. And he still has hell to look forward to. Right.
Detective Mills gets sick of just waiting until they find the next victim.
He's a nutbag. And just because the fucker's got a library card doesn't make him Yoda.
How much money you got?
I got like 50 bucks.
I'll pull the field trip. Come on.
This inspires Detective Somerset and gives him an idea. They go to meet up with a sketchy guy and pay him money. Somerset then reveals this.
The guy in the pizza parlor is a friend from the Bureau.
Who's Stinky Man?
See, for years, the FBI has been hooked into the library system keeping records.
Mm-hmm. Assessing fines.
Monitoring reading habits. Look, certain books are flagged. Books on, say, nuclear weapons and well, Mein Kampf. Anyone who checks out a flagged book has his library records fed into the FBI's computers from then on.
Wait. How is this legal?
Legal and illegal, these terms don't apply.
Oh,
You can't use the information directly. It's just a useful guide. See, it might sound silly, but you can't get a library card without an ID and a current phone bill. See?
so they run a list.
Precisely. If you want to know who's reading Purgatory and Paradise Lost and Helter Skelter, the FBI's computers will tell us.
Using this information, they go to knock on his door. A stupid idea, but it's their only one.
What time are yours to work?
I've been talking to my wife. Name off a computer.
Mills.
Shots are fired. Both of them don't get hit. Almost like these were warning shots. Only Mills is running after him. He is the rash one, driven by his emotions. After a long chase, he corners him near a truck. And he eats a crowbar to the face. His life is spared for some reason, almost like he is needed for what is about to come. Mills insists on entering the apartment, but Somerset tells him that they don't have a warrant, and as usual, Mills doesn't listen and breaks in anyways. Inside, they find pictures of all the victims, medicine, and a room filled with notebooks that he wrote, and all other types of weird stuff. Inside the bathtub, Mills finds this.
Somerset! Somerset! Yeah.
What? We had it. What are you talking about?
Fucking photographer in the fucking stairs.
They are being toyed with. After the forensics team does their job, they tell Mills no fingerprints were found anywhere. Not a single one. The phone rings.
Phone. 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 People, quiet!
Hello?
I admire you. I don't know how you found me, but imagine my surprise. I respect you law enforcement agents more every day.
Well, I appreciate that. John, I'll tell you...
No, you listen, all right? I'll be readjusting my schedule in light of today's little setback. I just had to call and express my admiration. Sorry I had to hurt one of you, but I didn't really have a choice, did I? You will accept my apology, won't you? I feel like saying more, but I don't want to ruin the surprise.
They decide to question stores that are in his call history, and they stumble upon an adult shop. The shopkeeper confirms it. His name is John Doe. He came here last night to pick up an instrument, a strap-on with a sharp knife mounted on its tip, and without even being called, they hear police sirens. Another body had been discovered. This one is very fresh. It had just happened in an underground prostitution club. Behind the door with the word lust inscribed onto it lies a dead body of a girl. The same girl that was in the pictures inside John Doe's apartment. A man is on the floor with the strap-on tied to him, is having a mental breakdown. During interrogation, the guy on the floor says he had a gun put in his mouth and was forced to wear the contraption and have intercourse with the prostitute. He did it out of fear for his own life, he says. The next morning, before even going to their offices, they are called to another crime scene. A woman had been found dead on her bed. Sleeping pills glued to one hand and the telephone glued to the other. He sliced her nose off and bandaged her.
Call for help and you'll live, but you'll be disfigured. Or you can put yourself out of your own misery.
Come on.
She is the sin of pride. With only 2 sins left, the detectives head back to the office, discussing how they could possibly catch him and stop the other killings.
After this, I'm gone.
No big surprise.
Detective!
You're looking for me.
Hey! What's your fucking move? On the fucking floor. Keep away from him! On the fucking floor!
I know you.
Now! Get out! Get down! On your stomach, you piece of shit! Now! All the way! All the way, fucker! Down! Faster! Faster! Faster, fucker! Now! Goes on the ground!
Jesus Christ. What the fuck is this?
I'd like to speak to my lawyer, please.
God damn it!
He had turned himself in. He cuts the skin off of his fingertips, and that's why no fingerprints could be found anywhere. Everything about him is a dead end. No history or bank accounts, no friends, no family. This man is a loose end. He demands to see his lawyer, and the lawyer says this.
My client says there are 2 more bodies, 2 more victims, hidden away. He will take Detectives Mills and Somerset to these bodies, but only Detectives Mills and Somerset, only at 6 o'clock today.
Why us?
Says he admires you.
Part of the game.
After some more negotiation, they agree to go with him. They will have air support and the SWAT team ready on standby. Mills and Somerset drive off to the location John Doe wants to go to. With him in the back seat, everything seems to be fine. He claims they will go to pick up the two bodies that remain, Envy and Wrath. They start talking.
How happy would it make you to hurt me with impunity?
That hurts my feelings. I would never.
You wouldn't, only because there's consequences.
Wait a minute, I thought all you did was kill innocent people.
Innocent? Is that supposed to be funny? A disgusting man who could barely stand up. A man who, if you saw him on the street, you'd point him out to your friends so that they could join you in mocking him. A man who, if you saw him while you were eating, you wouldn't be able to finish your meal. And after him, I picked the lawyer, and you both must have secretly been thanking me for that one. This is a man who dedicated his life to making money by lying with every breath that he could muster, to keeping murderers and rapists on the streets.
Murderers.
A woman.
Murderers, John, like
A
yourself.
woman. So ugly on the inside that she couldn't bear to go on living if she couldn't be beautiful on the outside. A drug dealer, a drug-dealing pederast, actually. And let's not forget the disease-spreading whore. Only in a world this shitty could you even try to say these were innocent people and keep a straight face.
After driving to the middle of nowhere, a truck is seen coming towards them. Somerset goes to stop it while Mills stays with John. The truck ends up being just a delivery guy. He'd been paid $500 to deliver it here. Somerset decides to open the box.
John Doe has the upper hand.
Mills!
Here he comes.
What?
I wish I could have lived like you.
Shut up. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm trying to tell you how much I admire you. And your pretty wife. I visited your home this morning. After you left. I tried to play husband. I tried to taste the life of a simple man.
Run away!
It didn't work out. So, I took a souvenir. Her pretty head.
What the fuck's he talking about?
Give me your gun.
What's going on over there?
Put the gun
I
down.
saw you with the box. What was in the box?
Because I envy your normal life.
Put the gun down, baby.
It seems that envy is my sin.
No, what's in the box?
Not till you give me the
What's in
gun.
the fucking box?
Give me
You lie! You're a fucking liar! Shut up!
That's what he wants. He wants you to shoot him.
No! No! You tell me that's not true. That's not true.
Become vengeance, David.
Ah, she's all right. You tell me.
Become wrath.
Tell me she's all right!
She begged for her life, Detective.
Shut up.
She begged for her life.
Shut up.
And for the life of the baby inside of her.
Shut up.
The killer had won.